I'm Sajana. I'm mSajana. I'm mSajana.
Welcome! Now let's look at development from the medical point of view. Karl Ernst Bock was a German anatomist. He described stages of development as follows. The stage years of human life. All organic or living bodies, to which one counts the plants, animal and humans, are given by nature of certain duration of their existing lifespan. During this time, the matter of this organism is continuously subject to the so-called metabolism, and at the same time each organism passes through a fixed series of certain changes, which have been named development stages, life stages, life ages, life epochs, life phases, or educational periods. In every organism, it can be clearly seen how it comes into being, grows, reaches a certain stage of perfections, remains on this stage for some time, then gradually decreases in perfection again, and finally dies. After it has produced organism similar to its own organism in the time of maturity. Bock described a famous sentence, it's called, "Without seed, no plant develop, no eggs, no animal." For primordial generation, for example, a sentence of organism without by material organism, merely by connection of chemical substances with each other, as with the formation of inorganics, bodies, does not exist. In the human life, which lasts about 70 to 80 years, there are three main stages. These three main stages named the development, the maturity, and the decline. Each of these stages, however, shows several periods with special phenomena. However, these epochs of life cannot be divided according to certain years, since the individual epochs, as can early be seen from the possible formation of the body, are not abruptly separated from each other, but only form very gradual transition from one epoch to the other. Since furthermore, the course of physical and spiritual development in man is not strictly bound to the number of years lived through, or dies and remains the same in all men on earth, but varies somewhat according to climate, way of life, education, sex, temperation, constitution, ancestry, illness overcome, etc. The following is an example of this. The human being, after he has lived through the virgin eggs or fetal life of 9 months or 40 weeks or 280 days duration before his birth, enters the independent life with the sight of the light of the world, and namely first of all in the period 1 of immaturity, which lasts from birth until the onset of maturity. In our country, approximately until the 20th years of life for female and until the 21st years for males, and includes childhood and adolescence. This period is characterized mainly by the continuous growth of the body and the development of its form. It can be divided into the following 5 epochs. First epoch is the age of the newborn. Youngest infancy covers the first 6 to 8 days of life and is characterized by the still existing traces on the child's body of the early existing closer connection with the maternal organism. The business of the newborn is only to breathe, to sleep, to drink milk, and to empty urine and stool. For this he needs warm, clean air, suitable milk, constant warmth, warm beds, and mechanical protection. Echoes number 2 describe the later infertile period covers the first 9 to 12 months of life and extend to the rearing of the child from the mother's breast. In this period of life, the sense gradually awake to activity, and only through them does the mind gradually enter the brain. But already now the education must begin. Incidentally, the growth of the body proceeds rather quickly, and the eruption of the so-called milk stand begins in the 7th, 8th or 9th month of life. My mic is muted until the next episode, where we learn together again. Always remember that parenting doesn't have a second chance. Let's explore the right educational path together, because we reap what we sow. O for Sajana and Sajana for O.
Viele Wälder und Berge, hier spricht die Mutter Natur. Die Leute setzen sich ein, sind alle füreinander da. Wir malen Wände an, künstlerisch und allen macht Spaß. Schon von klein auf lernt man einzigartig zu wohnen. Mit über 100 Nationen, verschiedene Religionen. Hier ist alles vereint und wir lieben Emmerts Grund. Man will das Gegenteil beweisen, doch wer liefert den Grund?
I love you, Sajana.